Hello and welcome to another video. And this is like a remake. This is a remake from my video with my personal recommendations for any player to reach 50k combat power with any of their characters. As you may see here, I have two characters on screen over 50k combat power, one being the SSR Entoma and another being Tank Albedo, also known as Armored Albedo. So, what I'm gonna do is try to quickly give you all my recommendations, everything that I did, how I did it, and you know, then you will see if it works for you. And as you can see, I already have other characters on their way to 50k combat power. As you can see here, Nave with 48k, 840, or two Albedos over 46k, and one Albedo with 44k. So, first off, I'm gonna be showing you here my character. As you can see here, uh, character is max level, has her own arc light at max level, also level 100. Both the arc light and the character are 6 stars. I have the accessories to the max level, the max tier, that is 13. All the skills of the character are maxed. Everything has been learned to the max level. And awakening levels, for example, here are to level 20. And only 3 gems and not more than one is max. As you can see here, my first gem is the only one that is max level. The second one is on epic quality, there's still 2 more levels before the max, and this one is in rare quality, it needs 3 more levels before it gets maxed. And I don't have level 25 gem or level 30 gem. I have the gems, I can put them when I get to that level, but I don't reach that level yet. And with my Entoma, you can see that she's even worse. Because she is just level 17, I still don't get the necessary materials, and she doesn't have a single gem max. Both are on epic. There's the legendary level and prismatic, and one is on the most common level, and there's still over 50k combat power. So as you can see here, is not the max thing or anything. What I would recommend you here is to put what is the best for your character. Like my case, this character Albedo has S on HP, and she benefits from effect precision because she puts debuffs on the enemy and she puts them under control effects. So effect precision's effect precision gems come in handy. That's what I put here. This one is empty because I'm waiting to get another HP gem that increases it by a percentage. As you can see, I don't have anyone here, any of those here. So I'm waiting. Try to put whatever you have synergy on. Like my Albedo has health and effect precision because that's the best for her. My Entoma has attack and critical damage because that's the best for her. And as you can see here on on Entoma, she also has max level skills, everything there. She also has max tier accessories. And if we go to the overview, we can also see that she has max level on both herself and the arc light, and both are max level of stars. Both are 6 stars. So there's also the other thing. Now, next thing is the hard thing, the relics. You need to put first of all, a relic set that plays into your character. In my case here, Entoma is a heavy hitter. It's a character that hits very hard, does a lot of critical damage, and constantly harasses the enemy because she can do assist attacks. So I put Termination set. It helps her, plays into her by giving her extra crit because her passive also gives her crit, and nullifies part of the target defense. Because it's a higher quality set, a prismatic one, it gives me the best effect. So that's extra combat power. As you can see here on my sub attributes, I have good ratings like triple S, 1C. Okay, the C is bad, but pure S on the rest is really nice. And what you have to prioritize here is to give the characters things that make synergy with them. In this case, this Entoma highly benefits from 4 things that I'm gonna tell you here quickly so I can give you the demonstration. She benefits from 4 things: attack, speed, critical chance, and critical damage. It also, the 15 could be effect precision, but it's not really necessary. So here what I have, crit and speed mainly. What do I have here on this other piece? Crit, attack, and speed. Extra defense, okay. I have here what? Attack, crit, critical damage. And what do I have here? Damage boost, speed, and attack. As you can see, things that play into the character. Why is that important? I'm gonna tell you in a little bit. Just wait until I finish this part of the demonstration with Albedo. Here, what Albedo benefits the most are also 4 or 5 teams, depending on your perspective. First of all, HP. Also, physical defense, effect precision, and speed. Also, a magical defense. You can change those two for the 4th place. It could either be magical defense or it could be speed, whatever you need. And what do I have on my character? On the relics. What do I have? I have speed, I have health, physical defense, and effect precision. What do I have here? More speed, health, effect precision, physical defense. Here mostly because of the magical defense and the health, and here mostly because of the effect precision and the defense, but also a little bit of damage. So I play into the strong side of the characters. Why is that? Well, that is because if I were to use, let's say, 2 characters at level 1, let's say, 1 tank and 1 ranger, like the 2 characters that I have here, and I give to 1 character, to just 1, I give, let's say, this relic here, B on defense, S on effect precision, S on health, and A on attack. The 2 characters with the same relic are not gonna have the same combat power level, even if they started with 1 point. They're not gonna have the same. Why? I don't know how the internal work of the code on the game works, but the game kind of knows what are the best stats for each character. So if I put this in a tank and this in a ranger, just to give you an example in numbers, a ranger could get extra 700 combat power points, but a tank might be able to get 1000 or even more. That will be a difference of 300. That is quite notable. So, for you to maximize the combat power that you can put on a character, try to put pieces that play into your character, that make synergy with them. In this case, Albedo has S on HP, S on defense. I'm increasing those stats. Even her effect precision, so her basic attack and her ultimate are more effective, and speed is an overall stat that increases the power of everyone by a lot. Next thing that I try to cover quickly is gonna be the enhancements. Enhancements, or the enchantments, or however you know them. There is gonna be 3 recommendations. 1, the same for the relic sub-attributes. Try to get what plays into the character. If the character enjoys health, give an enhancement with health. In this case, what do I have? Endless Cycle increases the health. What do I have? One that increases effect precision. She gives shields. She puts multiple shields. The passive of Albedo gives a shield to 1 ally before he gets attacked. Her second skill puts a shield on 1 ally and herself at the same time. Her 6 stars upgrade makes her give all of her team a shield at the start of the game. So what? I gave her an enhancement that increases the shield value. And things like that. She is a counter team member, so I give her an enhancement from a counter synergy. Things like that. That is the first recommendation. Put things that really benefit the character, because if you have a single target attack character and you give 1 hit kill enhancement, you may have extra combat power, you cannot use it because the character will not be able to use that skill. Things like that. The second recommendation with the relic enhancements is try to get special relic enhancement. There are two types, and let me show you. Here. Let this load a little bit here. This thing is a normal enhancement. For example, Endless Cycle, Unerring Shot, Punch for Punch, all of those. You recognize them because of the level. They give you something. In this case, for example, HP, and they have 10 levels. From level 1 to 5, a basic upgrade, and that's it. But from level 6 to 10, gives you a basic upgrade and also an extra benefit, in this case, health and percentage. Unhinging Shot will give you effect precision, and the double benefit will be speed. Punch for Punch will give you crit chance, the double benefit will be damage boost. And the special enhancement are the ones that give you extra skills or extra effects, like this one hit kill increases the area of effect skill damage by certain percentage. Another one could be Iron Wall Protection, increases the shield amount by certain percentage when gaining a shield. Another one, what could be tip for that? Increase gives you 2 stacks of something when entering the battle that lasts for 2 rounds, blah blah blah. Reduces the damage taken and increases the counter damage and things like that. You want another example? Let me show you another example. I go here, and what do we have? Thunder Surge. If the target has shock, the target takes 10% increased critical damage, and so. Another example, here it is. Hot Pursuit. Chase or assist attacks deal additional damage equal to certain percentage of damage. So, those are the special ones. You try to prioritize having both special and the normal ones, because the special ones give you more combat power than the normal ones. And the third recommendation will be try to get from the normal enhancements at least level 6. At least level 6. Because of the double benefit. For example, here. What do I have here? Unstoppable. From 1 to 5, only critical damage increases. From level 6 to level 10, a side of critical damage gives you an extra benefit, assist rate. Unhinging Shot also the same. At start is just effect precision, then is effect precision and speed. Indestructible Fortress, what is that? Effect resistance, but if you upgrade it good enough, it's also gonna be reduction to the damage over time. If you upgrade Endless Cycle, it's gonna be health and then health in flat amount and in percentage. Punch for Punch, I already told you, crit chance and then damage boost. If we go for, yeah, let me see, a different character for a different enhancement. Fortitude Mag, magical defense in flat amounts, 10 in percentage. Then we have like here, impeccable, critical damage resistance and then healing up. If we go here to Blade Drown, attack in flat amounts and then in percentage, you know, try to get the level 6 enhancement on the characters so you gain the double benefit. If you get lucky, you might be able to pull off something like this, for example. Let me show you here. My Nigredo has level 10 Unhinging Shot, 40% extra effect precision, and 10 points of speed. And it's really easy if you want to upgrade or enhance the relics of 1, 2, 3, or 4 characters rather than 10 or 12 characters. Okay? So try to focus on 1 or 2 at a time so you can get things like this. One single roll, one single enhancement on my relic set has 3 levels of magical defense, 1 level of effect resistance, 1 special enhancement of hot pursuit, and 3 levels of Unhinging Shot with effect precision. So once you get, for example here, level 3 Unhinging Shot, getting to level 6 is very easy because you try to do the same in another relic and you get what? Another level 3, and that is already level 6, that already gives you the speed and you enjoy the double benefit. Realistically speaking, try to get at least two enhancements, the relics of level 6 or more, and 1 special one. 1 special that gives you an effect. As you can see here, for example, Nave is really close to 50k, while she has 1 enhancement over level 6 for the double benefit, and then 1, 2, 3 special enhancements on her. 1 is even level 2. What does my Entema has that she has over 50k? Well, she has 2 special enhancements at level 6 and more. 1 that is even at level 5, 2 at level 5, and then she has 2 special effects skills on her. The same goes for my Albedo right here. I can show you. Relics. She has 1, 2, 3 special enhancements and 2 normal ones over level 6. Well, at level 6 for the double benefit. So, that will be for the relics departments. Try to get, as much synergy with the between the character skill set and the relic effects. Then on the enhancements, try to do the same. try to get both type of enhancements at level them up to level 6 at least. For the special ones, it's even nice. It's good if you have them even at just level 1. But if you want to try to maximize that, level 2 or 3 are good to go. One of the other things you should focus here is this, the runes. Uh, there's something to clarify, and this is the example. I have one level 180 equipped, but I have one rune level 200, and I don't have the 200 equipped. Why, if the level 200 looks superior, right? He has 20 more levels on, gives me more attack on the basic attribute and more health. Uh, Auto Lights looks like the best one. Well, because you have to take a look at the sub attributes. Both are the same quality, both are purple, the difference is 20 levels, but the sub attribute of one gives me attack and the other gives me health. Overall, if I were to put the level 200, I will obtain a little bit of extra combat power for like 4 points, and my tanks, in this case because I'm on the night page, are gonna have decreased health. If you do the math on the increased health of both relics, the one on the left gives me more health. But I will have more combat power with the one of 200, right? So, what you have to do here is to look what is the page of the character, like you're seeing the knights, the warriors, the mages, the rangers of the priest, and what is better for them. In this case, tanks benefit way more from health than they do from attack. So what do? I leave the one that gives me more health instead of the one that gives me more attack. And that already increases my character. Like for example, my Albedo in this case, that was the main example because she is over 50k combat power, she has C rating on attack, but S on health. That means that for every point of health and attack that I gave her, she is gonna increase the health point more than she is gonna do it with the attack. Like if I give her one extra attack point, she might have extra 2, 3 combat power. But if I gave her one extra point of health, she might get 8 or 10 extra combat power. Even more because of the because of the special enhancement of Endless Cycle that increases her health by 8%. Well, that extra point might add to the 8%, so the increase of percentage will increase. And by that, give me more power. Let me see here or here. I don't know. Maybe here or here. Here is a nice example. Like you can see here, all my relics. Not all of them are level 200. Like I have level 180, 180, 160 points here. I have 200 points here. Sorry, 200 points. Level 200 with level 160 here. Like not all of here is 200. But let's see. Here I have on the mages page the same relic, same quality, both are purple, same level and all of that, but one gives me a sub attribute of extra attack and one gives me a sub attribute of extra defense, physical defense. Why do I have the one of attack? Well, because this page is the mages page, so they do more damage, they scale higher with damage than with attack. So I increase their attack. I increase that. Sorry, I said increase more damage than with attack. Sorry. They scale higher with increased attack than with increased defense. So I gave them the one that increases the attack. If this was the knights page, I will use the one on the right because they benefit more from defense than from attack. But because these are mages, I put the one of attack, even when both are the same level. An example here, like let's take a look. 108 and 60 versus 200. Both have the same basic attributes. Both have one sub attribute of defense, but one gives me more than the other, and one has also another extra sub attribute of health. So overall, at the end, the one that has 40 levels under my level cap, that is the better rune. So I should be able to, use more of a benefit with that than the one that I have on the right. One common mistake is that players open this and press this button on the left, the equip all. they press this and the game messes it up because the game is gonna put you the higher level rune that you have instead of the higher quality one on all the slots at the same time on all categories. So you might have something like this, like here on warriors. I have one that is level 200. Well, this is here. Sorry, I have one that is level 200 unequip and one that is level 140 equip. One gives me an extra sub attribute, the other doesn't even give that. But the one that doesn't give me sub attributes is better overall in the basic attributes. And that is because it has 60 levels over the other rune. But it's not the best one. Because, yeah, it's giving me around 70 extra attack compared to the rune on the left. But on the health department, it's around 440 less health. And this is the warrior category. The warrior characters are very balanced between attack and defense, or attack and health, depending on the character. So that means that I will enjoy more having a balanced combination of attack and health than having a purely attack oriented character in the warrior category in this case. So I will choose the one that is 140. What you have to do as a player, if you want to maximize this, is go over your runes, see what do you have, here, the levels, the sub attributes, and so, and choose what is the best for your characters. Like if you're level 100, here's a nice example. I have two runes level 100 here. One that is green, the lowest category, and one that is blue, the second lowest category. And I have here two runes level 80. One that is legendary category, almost the highest, and one that is prismatic category, that is the highest one. Let's see. The best rune at level 100 that I have gives me 74 attack and 796 health. But the one rune that is 20 levels under it but higher category alone is giving me not 74 attack. It's giving me 88 attack. It's more. And not only gives me, it's not giving me 796 health. It's giving me more than 900. So it's better overall on just the basic attributes. But it doesn't end there. The level 100, the rune, doesn't give me sub attributes. But the other one gives me 2. Extra 45 attack and extra 1061 health. So even if it didn't have the sub attributes, it's better the one that was 20 levels under the level 100 because it has better quality. You could say, oh, it's unfair because you're comparing a prismatic one. Okay, let me compare another one. Let me compare this one. Level 60 is 40 levels under it, that level 100, and is the highest quality one, and it's still better with 40 levels of difference. And the game will automatically put the level 100 because it's the highest one in this comparison. So you have to go manually, see what you have, and put this one. Okay, it's unfair for you or for whatever that might be thinking to put prismatic quality. Okay, let me put a legendary one. I put a legendary one and this one. 74 attack versus 76. Already the level 80 is better for 2 points. 796 attack, the level 100. The level 80 gives me 817 health. That's better. And gives me extra 45 attack. So at the end of the day, it's not superior for 2 points. It's superior because of 47 points. So what you have to do there is take a combination or look at what you have on the runes, what plays the most into your characters, and what has the most synergy. And with that synergy, you can increase the maximum combat power of all of your units. The other thing is the unleash levels. This section right here on this side. As you can see here, all the characters have goals and numbers. They have 8 out of 9, 9 out of 9, 6 out of 9, or 7 out of 9. They have goals that you have to complete directly or indirectly. They have 6 goals, one for each number of the stars that they can get, an extra 3 goals. One for 6k combat power, another for 10k combat power, and another for 15. Each goal gives you an increase of something, one of magical defense, other of health, other of attack, more health, or another of physical defense, for example. And it changes on every character. Like, for example, this character at 15k combat power gives you extra 7 attack for all your characters. Extra 7 attack. If I were to change this character to, let's say, this other character, it will be also extra 7 attack because, you know, coincidence. But if I change to this character, this will be extra 47 health instead of 7 extra attack. So it changes depending on the character or the class that they have. What you can do is to, go for all of your characters and try to gain as much of those goals as you can. Like, it's even possible for the lowest category characters, like the rare characters. They have at least 2 goals, one for 3 stars, one for 6 stars. Even the SR characters have that kind of goal. Like, if I go here and I choose one random character, there's one goal for each star, so they have 6 goals at the end, 6 benefits. And because that is a benefit that applies to all the characters at the same time, that means that when you open this section right here, if you obtain like 47 extra health, these are my top characters. Because it applies to all the characters that you have, that means that not only my tank with the highest combat power will enjoy the 47 extra health, but also the ranger that I have here, or the healer, or the mage, or the other ranger, or the warrior, everyone. So at the end, when you have the combat power here, you're not gonna gain extra 47 health. You're gonna gain extra 47 health multiplied 4 times, one for each of the top 4 characters that you have. So when you think that you obtain 7 attack and you say, oh, it's gonna be extra 10 combat power, it can be extra 30, extra 40, or extra 50 combat power, because the characters share that benefit all at the same time, and some make greater benefit from that than others. Like, for example, here this character is ranger category, so has S on attack, but this is a tank category character, has C on attack. So if you obtain an unleash level that increases the attack, the ranger is gonna have more combat power than the tank. But if you have an increase of health, the tank character is gonna have an increase superior to the one that is obtaining the ranger type character. So you have to see what kind of unleash levels you obtain and what kind of characters enjoy those unleash levels more than others, to increase the overall combat power of the account as much as possible. And the unleash level is not only for the characters and the rarities, but also for the arc lights. If I go here and change the section to character to arc light, and I use whatever, there's also one goal for every star, so 1 to 6, and also 3 different ones. One goal at level 60, another level 80, another at level 100. So you can also do that with all the arc lights. That's why I go here on the backpack, for example, right here, arc light section. And I have arc lights that I don't even use, like Fearless of Death or Justice Has Arrived. I don't use those arc lights, and I will greatly benefit from dismantling them to create different arc lights that I have, or for characters that I do upgrade. But the reason why I don't dismantle them is because if I do get a repeated arc light, I can fuse them together to increase their stars, and that will increase my unleash level. Like, for example, Fearless of Death, I don't like the arc light. I could dismantle it, but I keep it at least for now, because if I get another copy, it can go to 4 stars and give me another unleash level. That unleash level will give me more combat power, and the cycle continues. Same for Terribly Sorry, or Comrade's Arclight, or the Skeletal Dragon, or all of those. So you can go for the unleash on both characters and arclights at the same time, or one for one, depending on your resources and whatever you have. And if you think that is too hard to get one character to, for example, 15k combat power, let me go to one low level one. This low level one, for example, just level 25, 3 stars, so it's halfway there. Doesn't even have his own arc light, her own arc light. It's level 1, the random one that I put there. Skills are just level 2, that means that there's only one upgrade on each part. Yep, one upgrade there. Not even halfway there. Accessories are level 7. Relics, it has relics, and awakening level only 5, very little. But the relics has a relic set, and I leveled them up to level 20 and enhanced them. That allows me to get the character to 12k combat power. That already gives me 2 of the 3 combat power unleash goals. So if I only need extra 3k combat power, I could level up the character from level 25 to level 60, for example. Give a couple of levels to the skills, and that will be it. Or for this, that is uh, 10,993 combat power. I have the relics at level 10. If I want to reach it until 15k combat power for the last unleash level or the last unleash goal, I will just go here to the enhance department here, use the brilliant sand, get to the level 20, put the enhancement on the relic, enjoy the relic set effect, and the character will already reach the 15k. So it's not really hard. Any set or relic set piece that you have that is high quality and you're not using because it has bad sub attributes or whatever, you can put them on those characters, get their unleash goals, and increase your combat power level overall. And that will be basically all that you will need there. Like with that, character stars, arc light, skills, accessories, relics, awakening level, and runes, everything is already covered up. So that will be it. Uh, the only thing that could be difficult maybe here will be the arc light stars or the character stars. For the character stars, we'll send the character into the dispatch every day, and if the banner of the character arrives, try to get it. The same for the arc light, try to get the arc light multiple times so you can increase the stars. If not, every time you summon and go to the arc lights and you get, repeated arc lights and all of that, you can go and dismantle arc lights that you don't use, and every 300 points you can buy the arc light from the store. So I did buy the Dark Shield arc light and get it to 6 stars. I get the Human Yumi arc light to 6 stars, and I get max effect, max assist rate here, so more combat power. In case of any dab, every time that I upgrade one star of my arc light on the character is around 700 to 800 extra combat power points. If I remove it here, the combat power levels to 39k, 39k. But if I do put it again back on the character, that will go all the way back to 50,576 extra combat power points, or well, total combat power points, combined with the 6 stars of the character. And even if you don't have the exclusive arc light of every character, you can see the example here. I do not have the exclusive arc light of this limited character, but I put one generic one that is legendary quality, level 106 stars, and is almost 50k combat power. If I do remove it, the power in total is gonna be 39k, very similar to the first example. I put it back and equip it into the character is gonna be 48k 840. Oh, well, a total of 48,840. So I do get almost all the way to 50k combat power. I'm short like 1,200 combat power points from that. That's why she's on 48,840 combat power. So that will be all the recommendations and things to do to get the characters to at least 50k combat power. And honestly, someone wants to finish the adventure mode, the main quest, the side quest, or things like, for example, the expedition mode, as well as things like the all the quests that you can get here in this department here. You want to get the Land of Confusion, the Abyss of Giants, the Dragon's Lair, the Demonic Tower, the Treasury to floor 20. You need characters with 30k combat power, not 50. Only if you want to, finish all the levels of the Holy Ruins to go as far as you can on the Realm of Shadows, as well as Treasury floor 21 and up, as well as the Phantom Reverie. Only in those cases you need characters with 50k combat power or more. But if you want to enjoy the overall experience of the game, as well as, for example, play the events and be able to beat the events, you only need characters with 30k combat power. And around that. Could be all the way to 35k or 25k as well, depending on what character it is and what it does offer. So in this case, that will be everything. And that will be all in this case. If you have any doubt, you can put it on the comments, or if you have any request for any character guide, character or team's compositions, game mode, or anything like that, or any general doubt, like for example this one, you can leave it. Feel free to put it on the comments, and either I will answer it on the comments, or I will do a guide or a video similar to this and tell you when I upload it so you can see it. Thanks for hearing my awful voice for probably like half an hour to 1 hour and being here. So thanks for it, and until the next time.